Now at 6, the local man accused of killing his estranged wife and her 2 dogs last year is expected to appear in court today. Our Ashley Grams joins us live from the Clackamas County Courthouse in Oregon City with the latest in this case in just a minute.
And Portland's new city council just voted to increase its office budgets. We're going to tell you where that money is coming from, even though there's a budget shortfall in the city. And later.
What to do?
With China and Drew in Silverton.
The Sunrise series that made its debut last year is ready for more adventures this year. What to do with China and Drew? First stop of 2025.
Silverton.
We're going to take you there coming up here at 6:45.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm China Green.
Friday. It's Friday, Chris. It's Friday, Rod.
Love it.
What do you got for us in the forecast, Rodney?
I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do it?
You just did it.
Here's a look at a foggy start down in Salem. Good morning to you. Temperature outside 37 degrees at McNary Field. Portland also seeing low clouds again down to the tops of the buildings and foggy up in the West Hills, also 37 degrees. I know Chris has been reporting reports, if you will, of black ice out in the Silverton area. And look at the east side. You've got freezing temperatures. Silverton is right there. We had mist in the area in some spots yesterday afternoon into the early evening hours. And it's certainly possible that there are areas where the frosty fog is using that wetness to produce some slick spots. So use caution out there. Here in the North Valley, pretty good confidence that around midday Portland will start to clear out of this. 42 degrees at noon. I have light winds continuing today, and we'll get up to about 45 degrees. Any problems out there, Chris?
You know, Rod, it was those reports of black ice right now that has the Silvercrest Elementary School on a 2-hour delay and Silverton High and Middle Schools for students that live above Seminole Road. You folks also on a 2-hour delay this morning. And on the traffic side of things, we do have a traffic alert in Yamhill County. We're getting word from the Yamhill County Sheriff's Office that a truck has overturned on the ramp from 99W to the Dundee-Newburgh bypass, Oregon Highway 18. That ramp is closed right now. Photojournalist Thomas Schultz is headed to the scene to check this out and bring us more. Here's a snapshot right now at 99W. You can see it's obviously quite foggy out there as well. Up through Tualatin, fog, the story on the roads this morning. We'll keep you posted on that, and we hope to have more on that crash in Yamhill County coming up in just a little bit. Guys.
All right, thank you, Chris. New this morning, someone drove into a homeless camp in Northeast Portland just off I-205. We have some video of the crash scene. This happened a few hours ago, right around 1 o'clock at Northeast 97th and Gleason. Now, we still don't know if anyone was hurt in this, but we did hear from some people who live at that camp who shared just how close a call this was.
If it wasn't for all of our stuff, we would be dead. The car literally went right over the top of us.
We did reach out to Portland Police and Portland Fire for more information, but haven't heard back yet. Also, a few hours ago in Northeast Portland, someone drove a car into the Max platform at 148th and Burnside. This happened just after 1:30. Same deal with this story, though, in that we still don't know for sure if anyone was hurt, although it doesn't look like this is having any impact on Max service.
A Brightwood man accused of killing his wife is scheduled to appear in court today.
Michael Fornier was arrested at the end of November, the same day that his wife's body was found in an unincorporated part of Clackamas County. Ashley Grams is covering this story for us live outside the county courthouse. Good morning, Ashley.
Drew, China, good morning. That court appearance is set to begin at about 8:30 this morning. Michael Fornier faces a second-degree murder charge. He is being held without bail, and he's pleaded not guilty. He's accused of killing his estranged wife, Susan Lane Fornier, who also went by the name Phoenix. She worked at a shop in the Welch's area, and on November 22nd, didn't show up for her shift. Soon after, she was reported missing. The next day, someone spotted her truck along a trail south of Welch's. This prompted a multi-day search for Susan and her 2 dogs. The sheriff's office initially said she was a missing hiker, but a week later, Susan was found dead near East Highway 26 and East Miller Road. The following day, her 2 dogs were found. They were also dead. According to court documents, Susan had recently filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Right now, Michael Fornier is scheduled to stand trial at the end of February. I will be in court today to bring you the latest on this case, both on air and online. China, Drew.
Ashley Grams reporting live for us this morning there at the county courthouse in Oregon City. In another update this morning, police identified the man who was shot and killed Monday afternoon outside the Gateway Fred Meyer in Northeast Portland. So they say that man right there on your screen, 47-year-old Jonathan Trent, was shot while trying to stop a robbery suspect who had taken a woman's purse. The shooter got away, and police say they're still trying to track them down.
The FBI says the arsonist who set 3 ballot drop boxes on fire ahead of Election Day built the devices. Investigators say the person used a combination of metal shavings and iron oxide to build something called a thermite. Investigators believe the suspect is a man who acted alone and want folks to think about any unusual interactions they've had with someone in the last couple of months. That might include someone who followed the story closely, showed admiration, or researched thermite. Agents say that thermite can burn in extremely high temperatures and is commonly used by welders.
We are very concerned that the person who set these devices may end up hurting himself or other unsuspecting family members or neighbors.
Investigators also point to the possibility the suspect may have sold or repainted the vehicle involved on the screen right there, which is an older Volvo S60 sedan. Anyone with information in this case should contact the FBI tip line. The agency is offering a $25,000 reward for any tips that lead to an arrest.
Organizers of Portland's Rose Festival say the event lost $1.1 million last year.
Yeah, the substantial loss has raised questions about the future of the beloved event. Rose Festival CEO Marilyn Clint, who took the helm in 2022, says they're cutting $800,000 in expenses to turn things around. She says that the cuts will come from changing the way they operate, including offloading a float building business that they bought 3 years ago. They also said that they'll cut down on how many full-time employees they have. Despite the tough decisions, Clint says the community shouldn't worry about the future of the festival.
The first time Rose Festival was going out of business was in 1912. And the loss that year was $4,000. That equates to $130,000 today. The future of the Rose Festival is absolutely secure.
This year, opening night for City Fair is May 23rd, followed by the Starlight Parade on May 31st.
Portland City Council voted Wednesday night to boost city office budgets by $4.6 million. That's despite the fact that the city has a $27 million budget shortfall. The increase will allow each council member to hire 2 staffers instead of just 1. We're told the extra money will come from contingency funds, not by cutting homeless campsite or graffiti removal programs. That was originally what was proposed to make this happen. It's also worth noting that councilors Dan Ryan and Steve Novick both voted against this plan. All right. I don't know if any of you have made it out here so far this week, but you still have time the next few days. We're talking about the Rose City Classic Dog Show, which started Wednesday. More importantly, because it's already Friday, we should let you know it runs through Sunday. This is actually some video from last year's show. It's happening at the Portland Expo Center. Tickets are $15. You can find more information at rosecityclassic.org.
Doggies. I love watching them.
Those are all the runners up for the KGW Dog of the Day, by the way, that are competing.
Yeah, the real winners
Really?
are on our show Monday through Friday during Rod's weather segment.
Well, I think Penny is today's Dog of the Day. We'll have Penny's photo coming up a little bit later in this hour. I want to step this way because I want you to focus your attention on the clouds coming out of Canada. So right in here is the next surge of cold air coming down across a good chunk of the U.S., and that is the air mass that we will start feeding off of. It'll feed us an east wind. It'll set up those multiple nights down into the 20s, some of the coldest temperatures that we've had at night so far this winter. By the way, yesterday, because of the clouds and fog and some afternoon mists as our front came through, PDX only made it up to 40. You know what? That was the coldest high temperature of the winter season going back to fall so far this winter. That was yesterday. If you're out and about it, you got through the coldest day that we've had. All right, here is Saturday morning. So overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, the show's 28 Salem, 30 Portland, 30 Longview, 32 the Dalles, 27 in Bend, 15 degrees out in Burns. I mean, not unusually cold, but everybody's freezing, and the numbers will only get colder Sunday morning, perhaps even colder going into Dr. Martin Luther King Monday morning. Right now, the bricks are dry, 37 degrees, above freezing in Portland, but there are freezing spots to be had. And again, we're on guard for the potential of some slick spots. We had some misty spots yesterday. We have freezing fog out there this morning, so be aware. Visibility now a quarter of a mile out along the Columbia River at PDX. and also dense fog from Hillsborough down into McMinnville and some fog down around in Salem. Temperatures are freezing to close to freezing. 31 Happy Valley, Oregon City, Sandy. 30 degrees out in Forest Grove. Dallas is freezing this morning. Estacada is freezing this morning. We will go on to get some clearing, I think, here in the North Valley, but Salem, Albany, you could stay cloudy at least much of the day. The coast will be sunny, and it will become sunny after some cloudiness in central and eastern areas today, so everybody has a dry forecast. And then once we clear out of the valley fog and low clouds this morning, we go perfectly clear day and night, I think, for the upcoming weekend ahead. 44 tomorrow, 43 Sunday, 43 on Monday. There are those lows in the 20s, and that is your update.